Hey everybody, welcome back to the King Kane Way TV. It's me, King Kane. I'm here today to give a review over the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 4. I don't know what it was. I was totally excited for this season, but honestly, I'm kind of bored. I don't know if it's just me, or if I was expecting more, or they're just not doing enough yet. But honestly, I'm bored. I don't know. So y'all leave y'all comments and let me know if y'all feel the same way. So it opens up with Nene on the float. I assumed that, she wasn't going to speak to Cynthia. It was going to be some awkward beef, some awkward tension. But she actually goes over to speak to Cynthia and Eva. Eva is being very, very, very nasty. She's giving nasty shade per usual. Telling Cynthia, oh, she don't look good. And, oh, girl, you lied when you told her she looked good. And just being very mean. Marlo arrives. Eva doesn't speak to her. Eva is still in her feelings. Like I said in the last review, over Marlo pretty much putting out there that she was in financial ruin. But at the end of the day, that tea did not come from Marlo directly. It came from someone in your corner. So Eva, the broke diva, pick your friends and people who gonna ride for you and people that you're gonna give your tea to better. Like, that ain't got shit to do with Marlo because you don't have a red cent in your bank account. Girl, bye. Get out your motherfucking feelings. When Marlo arrives, Eva's like, oh yeah, there goes her lap dog. Her lap dog is here. Eva is just very nasty. I'm not here for Eva. It would be different if the bitch were on her shade when she's approached by it. That's all I'm saying. It would be totally different. But the fact that she can never own anything, like, her shade doesn't stand on anything for me. And it never will. And by Eva, the broke diva, to me, she's really irrelevant on the show. Just think about it. If she was swiped from this episode, would we have missed anything besides her being nasty? No. Anywho, Noelle tells Cynthia on the floor, like, hey, Nene spoke to me. Is that okay? And, I'm like, of course that's okay, Noelle. You're an adult now. You're in college. Her beef and your mom beef, that has nothing to do with you. Just keep it what it is. And Cynthia's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, she's not mad at you. You guys can definitely have a conversation. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing. And, I applaud Cynthia for that, for not encouraging her daughter to feel a certain type of way or to act a certain type of way. I thought that was some real bitch shit. Next, we see Portia at the therapist. In conclusion, after all that crying and talking and this, that, and the third, the therapist tells Portia that she needs to work on herself. Period. And I totally agree. I'm not going to sit here and go into that whole scene with her in the therapy and what Portia's crying about. We all know she's crying because Dennis, egghead, cheater, McKinley, cheated. So we all know why she's fucking crying. I'm not going to go all into that. Next, we see that Kenya goes to see Candy. They discuss Brooklyn, how she's starting to crawl. And, Candy opens up about, her baby being born due in November because Kenya's like, yeah, Brooklyn's about to be 1 on November such and such. And Candy's like, oh, well, my baby's born in December. And so congratulations, Candy and Todd's surrogate recently just gave birth to their daughter. So we're seeing the story unfold right now, but the baby was born a few days ago. So congratulations to Candy and Marvin. Anywho, they discuss how Mark is being so extra. Just how he's just not available. It's the same thing over and over and over. It's the same thing she was telling her cousin Shay. Kenya just seems miserable. She doesn't seem happy. And honestly, I feel bad for the bitch. Kenya says that she's, Candy said that, being around Mark and Kenya, she noticed how submissive Kenya is to him, and which you can kind of see that. Kenya gonna get these bitches together, but I do think in her relationships with her men, she plays that vulnerable role, and I think it's because she wants to keep them. And it's like, bitch, you have to be yourself with a nigga, without a nigga, before you date a nigga, while you with the nigga, after y'all break up. Like, there's just certain shit that you gotta do, period. They also, Candy and Kenya also relate on men versus women, and how men think they know everything. And, you know, Kenya's like, damn, I'll be trying to change her diaper. And he'll be like, oh, no, don't change her diaper. Or I'll put her in a swaddle. And he'll be like, oh, no, she don't need to be swaddled. What will she do? I'm just like, y'all need to come to a goddamn conclusion. Like Kenya said, there's some underlying issues. It's not all about Brooklyn. It's not all about that. So y'all need to figure that shit the fuck at pronto. Moving on, we see Cynthia and Eva in her goddamn Birkenstocks. They're going to have lunch in New York City. Cynthia tells Eva that Marlo's coming because there's 3 chairs there. And Cynthia's like, girl, I want everybody to know who's coming. Nowadays, I ain't trying to be blamed for nobody not knowing who coming, when they coming, why they coming, or etc. So, Marlo may be coming. From the gate, Eva's like, girl, I ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not sticking around for no type of nothing y'all got going on. She's just childish. Eva just starts going in, how she doesn't see it from Marlo, and how she had to get it together about her wig, and her this, her lifestyle, etc., etc. Again, but Eva, you got up and ran away. You didn't express those things to Marlo, so, girl, bye. Okay? Bye, Eva, the broke diva. Marlo comes, and, you know, Marlo is dressed in all white, looking really cute. Marlo's coming with positive energy. Eva's just grabbing her things, like, oh, I gotta go. Yeah, can you wrap this up? Let me do this. Yeah, And Marlo like, girl, you don't have to run away, Sunflower. We're just going to sit here and have a conversation, Sunflower. You don't have to go anywhere, Sunflower. But Eva gets her broke ass up, runs off, you know, with her plate, with her food, with her drink, and leaves Cynthia and Marlo there to talk. Marlo was just like telling Cynthia, I don't know why she's so mad at me. Like, it ain't my fault that she broke and she ain't got much and she going through. And Cynthia's like, Marlo, she is not broke. Like, come on now. I'm all like, well, bitch, the job she just got from when she was hanging around us. So, what are you talking about? And I mean, that is true, because let's be clear. What have we known Eva to be doing before she came on Real Housewives? Which is why it's such a great platform. But, so, if you're in financial ruin, own it. And then when you come up and the girls can't say anything. It's hard work. But if you're not going to own it, bitch, then that's what the problem is. Anywho, Cynthia, well, before Marlo, when Marlo sits down, Cynthia and Marlo, they discuss Nene, and Cynthia's like, well, I haven't talked to Nene, and Marlo, I feel like you never check her when she's wrong. You know, you never let her know the truth. You never let her know anything. Marlo doesn't really comment on that, but she says that she wants to be the middleman. She doesn't want to be discussing, talking bad about Cynthia to Nene. She just wants to have, you know, normalcy. She wants to have balance. You know, she's raising her nephews. And she feels like, you know, Eva is still fake because, girl, my whole thing with you is, if you know you're bisexual, why don't you just own it? Because you know you like women. Marlo, you can't make people own things that they're not ready to own. You know, it is what it is. You just have to let it go. Cynthia tells her about Noelle being fluid. And, you know, Marlo's like, oh, my God. You know, she receives it well. You know, they just kiki about that and the importance of her being herself. Marlo says that Nene does that to Cynthia, where they get into it, and then Cynthia has to be the bigger person and crawl back, because they've done that for 8-9 years, and that's just what has become accustomed. And had Cynthia not been doing that weak ass shit, then that would not have become her and Nene's normal, and that totally makes sense. I mean, damn, Cynthia, if you wasn't so goddamn thirsty for friendship and, you know, had a backbone from day one, you wouldn't be in this predicament with Nene how you always are. Next, we see Marlo and Nene. They're out having lunch. The girls are back in New York City, I think, or they may be they may be in Atlanta. I'm not sure. They just discuss about this a lot, being a mom/auntie to her nephews, and, you know, they just always have something to say. They're 11 and 12. They have an opinion about everything. Yeah, Marlo, that's the age where children, you know, try to figure out who they are and try to, you know, have an opinion on, you know, things that are going on. Marlo tells Nene everything that happened. You know, her and Cynthia having the lunch. Eva running off. Nene's like, girl, I did not know it was that deep between y'all. Nene, I don't think any of us knew that it was that deep between Eva and Marlo. Like, girl, go off on your bridesmaids, okay? Be clear about that. Why are you mad at Marlo? I just don't get it. I don't fucking get it. They start discussing Cynthia, and Nene's like, well, bitch, I only did one interview after she had did 7 to 8 multiple interviews just saying I'm negative and I'm toxic and, you know, just trying to get everybody to side with her, and it's just very hurtful. Like, how this bitch gonna do this to me? I loved her like a sister. You know, she's trying to make me out to be the bad guy. Marlo tells Nene the truth. You know, her and Cynthia are both in the wrong for going back and forth on social media and in interviews. Nene basically tells Marlo that it's personal. She's not apologizing first, and that Marlo needs to stay out of it. Marlo's like, okay, well, you don't think that you at least owe Cynthia an apology for anything? And Nene gets up, you know, typical childish fashion, storms off. Bye, Nene. Next, we see Todd, Candy, and Ace. They go see the baby at the doctor visit. You know, Ace is such a kid. He does this little dance because he's excited to see the sister. He also gives us the name of the baby in the episode. He's like, I like Blaze. So it's like, okay, is that the name? But now we know because Candy has had the baby. I mean, the surrogate has had the baby, I want to say last Friday. So we now know that that was the baby's name. So it's like, damn, Ace, you was just dropping all kinds of tea. Ace is so cute. He's so excited for the baby. Dr. Jackie explains to them the process, the day of the birth, how, you know, the surrogate's going to be in her room, Candy and her family in one room. Once the baby is born, you know, Candy gets naked. We put the baby on Candy so that her and the baby could have a bonding moment. So that's what that is. Super cute. Congratulations, y'all. Next we see Portia done went back to work. She brought the baby out. You know, all of her Dish Nation people were happy. They were ecstatic. You know, her, Lauren, and I want to say that that was a nanny or an assistant or somebody walking with them. And Portia just opens up to them to how she's going to get a nanny for her healing because she don't want to be having to communicate within this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So getting a nanny will help alleviate some of that stress so that I can focus on healing. We could talk to the nanny back and forth. The nanny can figure it out. The nanny can go back and forth from my house to your house. And that's just what we'll do. Period. I agree, Portia. Do what you got to do for your peace and for your sanity. Period. Next, we see Candy goes to see Kenya. She brings her some gifts for Brookie. I absolutely love that. I love this scene. I love this moment. Kenya had text Candy to hurry up and get here. You know, I really need to talk to you. But when Candy gets there, you know, she feels like Kenya is just, you know, bubbly and normal. She's like, girl, you was just texting me like, get here ASAP or it's no tea. So Kenya just basically starts opening up to Candy about all of the childish, no good things she's going through in her marriage. She said that when she started getting bigger, like in the pregnancy, he started acting funny, acting weird. He stopped not giving her the D. It's still not popping off. They not having sex. He want Brooklyn in the bed with them when they go to vacation, when they here, when they there. I just, come on now, y'all. Come the fuck on. Excuse me. If this nigga ain't trying to get this girl no dig, she done had the baby damn near won. Come on now. What does that say? He don't want her. He doesn't. No matter how much Kenya cry with her big hair and do this and do that, it's not going to work, Kenya. You have to let go. You have to move forward. And hell, you got a baby out of it at the end of the day, and we all know that's what you wanted. Period. She also tells Candy that on her and Mark's anniversary that her and Brooklyn went to Turks and Caicos because they had a big argument because he didn't want to take a nanny. But she's like, we need to bring a nanny so that me and you can have time to goddamn enjoy our our fucking anniversary. Mark is just a weirdo. I don't know what's going on in that man's head. You know, he's just like, oh, it's not a vacation for me if we bring the nanny. Huh? Mark, you're clearly the delusional. You make absolutely no sense. And honestly, you're just a weirdo. I'm done. You're weird. Like I said, my heart breaks for Kenya. And you know, at the end of the day, she wants peace and she doesn't want to fight with her husband. And I understand that. You know, you've had all this drama and all this tumultuous relationships. You know, right now you just want to be at peace with the nigga that you married. And hopefully you get that peace, whether it's with him or it's not. And so, guys, that's how the episode ended. That's my review over the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 12, Episode 4. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and press the goddamn bell so y'all can get notified when I upload something, okay? Follow me on all of my social media in the description box. And, you know, I just appreciate you guys for fucking with me, rocking with me. Period, poo! Alright, peace.